Okay, Broncos country, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Looks like we are live, but you guys know the drill by now. We've got to let the stream breathe for just a second here, make sure that everything is nice and stable all across the YouTube platform. Welcome in, Broncos country, to this Denver Broncos Syndicate live stream as your Denver Broncos, currently sitting at 12-3, are set to take on the Kansas City Chiefs, who sit at 6-9, having already clinched a losing record and having already been eliminated from playoff contention. The Denver Broncos need to win their next two regular season games in order to clinch the number one seed in the AFC. And they start off with this battered and bruised Kansas City Chiefs team that is starting Chris Oladokun at quarterback. He's making his first career start. They've got injuries on the offensive line, injuries in the secondary, injuries at linebacker. It has been ridiculous for the Kansas City Chiefs in the injury department this year, and Denver is looking to take advantage of that. They are trying to come out and establish early dominance, win their first game at Arrowhead since 2015, and hopefully be able to pull starters in this one because they're going to have to play their starters next week against the Chargers in order to secure the number one seed in the AFC. This is a huge game, Broncos country, on this Christmas night. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people here. We've got McPherson country saying, let's go Broncos country. Let's get this dub. Turtle in the house. We live, baby. Cairo says, Merry Christmas. The question is, how much of the fight is going to be in Kansas City? I wonder that same thing. They didn't show a whole lot of fight last week against the Tennessee Titans, but this is their last home game of the season. It also might be Travis Kelce's last home game of his career, so they're probably going to want to send him out the right way and also play spoiler to this Denver Broncos team. Denver's going to have to come out, play their best football, and make sure that doesn't happen. All right, here we go.
Process this loss. Was this a good loss? Now then, sometimes a loss gives you a good reality check and puts you back on course. We've been going on for a decade.
I love this pregame segment.
But you're running the end of the dynasty and shift a bunch of nonsense. It's all a bunch of nonsense. This team's going to get so many everybody's feet. Going to be loose at offense with Mahomes out, but all we got to do is rely on our game plan. So that's been an easy transition. USF, Sanford, South Dakota State, that whole journey. What do you learn throughout all that? I've always believed in myself. I've always told myself. Definitely looking forward to the challenge of playing one of the best defenses this week in Denver. Thursday night halftime lead, 82% win. So starting fast is important on Thursday night. It'd be Travis Kelce's last home game. I don't think they're going to go extra, but if it is, terrible career. What Travis has done to this city is special. I hope that's not true. I'd love to see him play more. We realize it's a fun of race for home for the damage going into the playoffs. Got to remember our faces starting Thursday night.
All right, let's go. We are set to go from Kansas City. Kickoff is in about 7-ish minutes. I would think it's a good loss if it takes pressure off the team to keep the streak going. Yeah, absolutely. But they want to get their ugly loss from last week out of their system, man. It was just not a good performance. There's Travis Kelce getting set to go against Bo Nix. Broncos are wearing their Summit white uniforms with the white helmets. Really clean look, man. Really clean look. Yeah, Matt Nagy is definitely not great, man. He's been a problem for the Chiefs this year. Gotcha, Justin. Gotcha. Thank you so much for that information. We will most likely be streaming that game on Saturday here on Broncos Syndicate. So hope you guys can tune in for that. Turtle says clean jerseys. Yeah, they really are. I think that the white helmets make all the difference with the white jerseys. They really do. But it doesn't matter how you look. It matters how you play. And the Denver Broncos want to look a lot better than they did last week. Offensively, they played well in the first half against Jacksonville, but suffered an epic collapse. Bo Nix didn't play well in the second half after really playing some awesome football in the first half. Defensively, it was a problem all game long. Missed tackles, blown assignments in the secondary, really stupid stuff that we cannot have happen moving forward if we want to make a deep playoff run. You see, I don't like this uniform with the blue helmets. I think the white helmet is what makes the all-whites. Dawn in the house saying, thanks, Gage, for sharing your Christmas. Thank you guys for sharing your Christmas with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so, so much. We got Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the call for what is technically Thursday Night Football. I mean, it is Thursday night here on Christmas, so there you go. Again, guys, this is a really big opportunity for the Broncos to just get that bad taste out of your mouth from last week and be able to show that you're still an elite football team. Come out and beat the living snot out of this backup Chiefs team. Do what you did to a Chiefs GV squad last year where you basically beat them by 40 points, didn't allow them to score. I'd love to see that in this game. I really would. I mean, listen, the refs were not good in that game, don't get me wrong, but the Broncos beat themselves in that one. They really did. They did not execute in all three phases, offense, defense, missed a field goal on special teams. The Broncos would tell you that they did not earn that win. They didn't execute enough. I like the helmets. Let's make them jerseys. Good luck. Name of the game is execute. Absolutely. Execute, execute, execute. Which Franklin is going to show up, the 6-for-6 one or the 2-for-12 one? I don't know, man. That's also going to be a big factor with Pat Bryant out today. So, yeah, Franklin's going to have to step up. Little Jordan Humphrey's going to have to step up. Hopefully they step up the same way that they did in the Packers game. Probably not going to have Bryant next week either if we're being realistic. They're going to be cautious and smart with him and likely hold him out until the playoffs. So Denver is going to have to find a way to get some other production out of their wide receiving core in this one. All right, Broncos country. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and take care of some housekeeping matters real quick. If you can just do me a big favor and smash the like button on this stream, as well as subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. Additionally, if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. Get access to this content ad-free for as little as $5 per month. We've got 8,000 subscribers on this channel, and if just 100 of you became supporters on Patreon, it would make a massive difference. Again, the link is in the description below. Cairo asked, did Forsyth get the nod at center? Yes, he did. He is going to be the starting center moving forward because Luke Wattenberg was placed on IR today, so he's going to miss the next 4 games. Assuming Denver gets the first round bye, he won't be able to return until the Super Bowl. Most likely he is done for the season. Really unfortunate. I thought he was playing some good football coming off of his extension, so hopefully he can bounce back from this shoulder injury and play well next season for Denver. Meeks in the house saying happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you as well. All right, guys. Looks like we are just about to get started. The game is on Prime Video, but if you are here in the Denver area, it is being broadcast on ABC. If you're not in the Denver area, you can actually watch the game for free on Twitch. That's a little hack that not a lot of people know about. You can watch both the original TV copy version as well as the live all-22 version. I'd be watching the live all-22, but I don't want there to be a delay, so we're going to watch it just the normal version on the TV right here. I'll be watching that live all-22 after the game for sure tonight, guys. Hope you guys had a good Christmas, and again, thank you guys so much for spending a part of it with me. Dawn says, hit the like and help Gage. Yes, please do. That'd be awesome. Turtle says, happy holidays. All right. Again, man, this should be domination. Phone ready to go. Minutes ago, Katie Hartrup put up with Chris Jones in our sideline connections. Of course, it's going to be one of the Chiefs players.
Well, it may not feel like Christmas here, Chris Jones, but Merry Christmas to you. With 10
I see a lot of orange in the crowd, man. It's not as easy to tell with the red, but I do see quite a bit of Bronco orange. Yeah, no neighborhood tonight, but it's all good. They'll be back next week, I imagine. I mean, Mike has all those damn kids, man. He have no chance to do a stream tonight. That's what Denver has to do. They have to be fundamentally sound, and they got to eliminate penalties. I think both of these teams are coming into this one with very similar game plans. All right, Tomahawk Chop. We're getting set to go. Denver can clinch the #1 seed with a win tonight and a win next week versus the Chargers. There are some other outcomes if Denver wins this game, but they would need the Patriots to lose to the Jets this week, which probably isn't going to happen. Sean Payton, Andy Reid. I believe this is their 6th matchup as division rivals. Or, yeah, that sounds right. 6th. Patrick Mahomes, he is up in the booth watching the game after tearing his ACL a couple of weeks ago. Exactly, Cairo. If that happens, we win the division. Ooh, Kurzweil picked the Patriots. Interesting. Oh, that actually gives me some hope. Meanwhile, kick is booted out of the back of the end zone. That'll come out to the 35. And here comes Bo Nix and the Broncos offense to start off this game. Get your foot on the gas, establish early domination, Broncos country, and don't look back. Still loud pro Kansas City crowd, of course. Those uniforms are clean, man. I think the Texans have a good chance to beat the Chargers. I agree. I really do agree. What's up, Gabe? Good to see you. Broncos begin 1st down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Marvin Mims goes in motion to the right side. Nix from the shotgun back to his left is Harvey. Takes the snap, gets it underneath to RJ Harvey, and he's able to slip for about 9 yards. Good opening play for the Denver Broncos. Nix was under a little bit of pressure there, but able to get it to RJ and stay ahead of the chains, which was a big key to victory for this one. 2nd down and 1 from the 44-yard line. All right, another condensed formation. Troy Franklin now goes in motion to the right side, and they're going to give it to Harvey. And Harvey, nice little burst there up the middle, taking it right to the midfield stripe, and that'll pick up a 1st down. Picked up a 6 on the play. 14 minutes and counting in this first quarter, and already 2 nice positive plays. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground, both to RJ Harvey. We got Dennis in the house. Good to see you. Hope keeps doing all that death by 1,000 cuts, and that's the game plan. That'd be nice, man. Just drain the clock, long sustained drives. Alex Forsythe, of course, making the start at center today. Nix fires underneath, completes it. It's Michael Bandy. So second throw for Bo Nix is a reception by Michael Bandy. He was elevated from the practice squad today due to the injury of Pat Bryant. We'll see if they can get Bandy into the end zone today. There's Steve Spagnuolo, Chiefs defensive coordinator. He's very short-handed today. Injuries in the secondary, injuries at linebacker, injuries on the defensive line, just injuries everywhere for this Chiefs defense. 2nd down and 2. From the Kansas City 42. It's Harvey, and nothing there. Tackled immediately at the line by Christian Fulton. Fulton getting the start today due to the injuries in the secondary. Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, they are out for this game. Dennis says I'm the biggest fan. Well, thank you so much. Not sure if you're talking about the Broncos or me, but either way, I'll take it. All right, first 3rd down of the game, 3rd down and 2. 12:36 and counting in the first quarter. Got to imagine Denver will be pretty aggressive going for it on 4th down, especially in this area of the field. You're kind of in no man's land. Little bubble screen to Harvey. That's going to pick up a first down with ease. That'll move the chains. So clearly, RJ Harvey is going to be a big part of the game plan. Broncos sideline wanted a flag there for the hit. Yeah, again, just simple bubble screen. Troutman and Franklin as blockers in front. Able to get around Brian Cook and Christian Fulton there. Cook finally wraps him up, but not before Denver moves the chains, and they are at the KC 36. Good opening drive so far, but we got to cash in, of course. Now it's Jaleel McLaughlin on a power play to the left, and Jaleel's going to be down to the 30-yard line, gain of 6. Guard pulling action right there. Just run to the left. Second down and manageable. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I agree, Gabe. Last couple of weeks, Jaleel's been really impressive. Yeah, Forsythe isn't looking bad at all, man. Second down and 4. Nix pulls it down, and he's just going to dump it into the flat. Franklin makes a move, and Franklin, another first down. Great drive, man. This is exactly what you want to see. Just pick apart the defense, take what the defense gives you. Love it, love it, love it. Stay ahead of the chains. Keep focusing on those next first downs. Sean Payton with those cut-off sleeves and his big, long Waffle House menu play sheets. Yeah, absolutely. And that should be the theme of the day, if we're being honest. I formation, Troutman in motion. Handoff. Harvey bounced outside again, man. Uh-oh. Okay, he's good. It looked like he was a little slow to get up initially. Short pickup, second down, and I want to call it 7. Let's see what they call it. Call it second down and 7. Clock ticking inside 10 minutes left to play in this opening quarter. Nick's 2 passing touchdowns for your parlay. I think you can get that. I think that's reasonable enough. Here he's making a check at the line. Trips left. Harvey in the backfield still. Nix fires underneath and completes that one to Humphrey. He's going to search for it, and they're going to mark him down a little bit short of the line to gain. So another third down and short situation here for the Denver Broncos. Again, probably in 4-down territory. 9.5 left to play and counting. It's 3rd down and 1. Got 21 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Looked like his knee was down a little bit short. I thought it was a pretty good spot. 3rd down and 1. Condensed formation. Frank Crum is in as the extra offensive lineman. Quarterback sneak. Nix will pick up the first down. Denver, they don't really run the tush-push. They run more of a traditional quarterback sneak with a jumbo offensive lineman. Picks up the first down, and Alex Palczewski is once again starting at left guard. Ben Powers is back from his injury. He'll probably see some playing time tonight, but last week they rotated in Powers, but Palcho still got the start. I wonder if the same thing is going to happen in this game. That's what Sean Payton indicated. Long, sustained opening drive. You got a Harp saying, a Bronco fan from Dublin here, visiting Mile High, first time next year. That's awesome. Harvey again, nothing there. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Drew Tranquil on the tackle. I love how much time Denver's taking off the clock here, but obviously you got to find a way to score. Don't want field goals. You've got to make touchdowns. They're excited to get out here. I think setting the tone here early. Yep, I keep telling Broncos country that Harvey is frustrating to watch. He's got those explosive plays, but he'll also have these negative runs, man. And by negative runs, I mean runs where he's not seeing it correctly. Dumps it off to Evan Ingram. Short gain, 3rd down, and 6 or 7 to go. I mean, they have to still ultimately have Denver lose one of these two games. So if Denver takes care of business, then no, they're not going to be a threat for the 1 seed. Denver drops one of these games, though. They definitely could be. All right, 3rd down and 6. 7:15 and counting in this first quarter. It's been a 12-play, 56-yard drive, approaching 8 minutes. 2 receivers set to the left. Nick's looking left and passes a little bit too high. Looking for little Jordan Humphrey. It's 4th and 6, and Denver will probably kick the field goal. Nix wants to go for it, but they're going to kick the field goal with Will Lutz. Get points on this opening drive. Obviously, you'd be dejected if you didn't get points, but you do want to see them come away with a touchdown here. Yep, just a little bit too high. Looked like there was a miscommunication. Humphrey says that's on him. All right, 27-yard field goal for Will Lutz. Kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle. So, Broncos, after that long opening drive, have to settle for a field goal after the miscommunication between Nix and Humphrey. They'll still take the points. All right, so obviously a lot to like there on that opening drive. You still want to be able to finish. Yeah, he didn't like little Jordan Humphrey's route right there, and then Humphrey said, yeah, that's on me. Rare Taylor Swift win, cursing the Chiefs. Oh, man. I wonder if Taylor's in the house today. I mean, it might be Travis's last home game. Do we blitz and be aggressive versus the third-string quarterback? I imagine so. He was only blitzed 3 times last week against Tennessee and went 0 for 3 passing when he was blitzed. So I imagine that that's what's going to be the game plan here for Denver. Or try to get pressure with 4-man rushes with stunts and stuff like that. Either way, getting pressure, especially against this patchwork offensive line, is going to be a key for this game. But you don't want to let Chris Oladokun out of the pocket. If you let him out of the pocket, he can make some nice off-schedule plays. Denver did a very poor job of keeping Trevor Lawrence in the pocket last week. They've also done a poor job with other mobile quarterbacks this year. Hopefully, we get that fixed in this game. Yeah, that's what they did against Trevor, and it did not work. So you're going to have to be super aggressive. I will say, even when they blitzed Trevor last week, he had answers for it. He knew where his hot routes were. He got the ball out quick. He hung in the pocket and took hits. Trevor Lawrence just played really well and had all the answers for the Broncos defense. I can't imagine that a rookie quarterback, well, he's not a rookie. He was drafted in 2022, but a quarterback making his first NFL start, I can't imagine that he's going to have answers like Trevor Lawrence did for the blitzes. Duval TV says Trevor Lawrence is him. He was, man, especially in that Denver game. Hats off to Trevor. That was probably the best game of his career, if I'm being honest. All right, let's go. Let's see how this defense comes out here. Yeah, nothing but respect, man. Nothing but respect.
He was a vendor at Dodger Stadium. I love you reminiscing about that.
Could this be Andy Reid's last home game as Chiefs head coach? Indications are probably not, but you never know. All right, short kickoff, and that's going to be taken by Rashard Smith. And Denver, good job wrapping up and tackling by J.L. Skinner. And here comes Chris Oladokun. Harvey is so indecisive, he just needs to hit the hole, cut, and go, man. I agree. It's frustrating, dude. It really is. So many wasted yards left on the field. Well, there's both Mahomes and Minshew up in the booth. Oladokun starts out under center. Xavier Worthy goes in motion. No Rashid Rice or Tyquan Thornton today. Expect a heavy dose of Isaiah Pacheco, but Denver was ready for it there. Alex Singleton on the tackle. Gain of 1. I'm very interested to see how this Chiefs offense is going to look. For sure, Meeks, but we are going to be getting J.K. Dobbins back for the playoffs, and we're definitely going to need him. 2nd and 9. Broncos crowd's getting loud. Give it back to Pacheco. Good push by the Chiefs offensive line. Pacheco spins for a gain of 8, close to another first down. Close to their first down. Set up a 3rd down and 1. So the Chiefs have got basically their 3rd string left tackle and 3rd string right tackle in this game. It would be, I think it's Bailey Zappi. I think they got Bailey Zappi in there. I honestly can't remember. Oh, no, it's Shane Buechele. 3rd down and 1, up the middle, and fighting for the first down, pushing through Zach Allen is Kareem Hunt, and he's got it. Gain of 5. I mean, I agree. The officiating was bad, but Denver did themselves no favors. They were terrible in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams. Merry Christmas, D-Rock. Good to see you, my friend. Bad tackling there. Yeah, they definitely need to do better. Last few weeks, the tackling has been rough. I mean, Bo's been, honestly, really good these past few weeks. He's done enough to win football games. Meanwhile, handoff there for a short gain. Pacheco. 2nd down. 4.5 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Yeah, for sure. He is a POS. Congress needs to do something. 2nd and 9. No 41. 2 receivers on each side. Oladokin gets out of the pocket. Poor job of keeping contained. Finds a man on the sideline and a bad tackle. Xavier Worthy tiptoeing. Oh, noticing incomplete. Oh, his foot went out of bounds. Yep, caught it out of bounds. Very lucky, too, because Riley Moss was in poor position. Took a bad pursuit angle. It's like trying to do a one-hand tackle right there. Denver got really lucky. Horrible tackling attempt by Riley Moss. 3rd down and 9. Pressure coming on the twist. Oladokin as he throws, going deep, overthrows everybody, and there are no flags. 4th down and 9, and Denver's defense gets off the field. So 1 first down, and that's all for Kansas City. They're going to have to punt the football away. Denver bringing a stunt up front. Kansas City can't pick it up. Cooper and Benito with a meet at the quarterback situation right there. JFM also had some good penetration, and he was the double team guy. So 4th down and 9.
Struggled a lot this year with some of these injuries. Apart from that, no problem.
Matt Ariza to punt it away. Marvin Mims to return it. Yeah, they are clean, man. They really are. They stand out on TV. Mims fields it and able to break a tackle. Tries to circle around, picks up a block, and Mims will return it to about the 18-yard line. Knicks in the offense, getting ready to go for their 2nd possession. So, good job defensively right there. They did allow 1 rush for a first down, but settled down, made some good tackles in the run game. Were able to get pressure there with a 4-man rush on that stunt. Really good stuff. Offensively, had a good opening drive. They were methodical both in the pass and the run game. Things did stall out there for them towards the end. RJ Harvey had a couple of bad runs where he just got stuffed and ran into his blockers, essentially. His vision continues to be a concern. Bo Nix has come out and has made some decent throws. Nothing crazy or spectacular so far, just taking what the defense has given him. So I would say overall, not much to complain about for the Denver Broncos to start off this game. Dare I say we have a heart attack free game coming up here as the Denver Broncos lead at 3-0. And since we're on a commercial break, guys, I'm going to go ahead and reset my connection real quick since I'm routing it through my mobile hotspot. So this stream is going to drop for less than 30 seconds. I'll be right back. You guys who have been here for a while, you know the drill. We do. All right, as promised, we are back. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me right there. We got to conform like the rest of the NFL teams and do a wideout at home. I mean, I'd like to see that once, but I'm generally not a fan of wearing white at home. I like doing it on the road. Oh, no, that's just old school me, I guess. I've never been a huge fan of wearing white at home. We get the throwbacks next week. The whiteouts and throwbacks, two best uniforms in the league. I mean, the throwbacks will never be defeated, dude. They are the GOAT. Sack predicting 5+. I don't know, man. Obviously, the pressure did affect Oladokin on that last drive, but they weren't able to get home. We'll see if things progress and they are able to get home throughout the course of this game. I'm going to go with the under on 5 right now. I'm going to stick with like 4. Hopefully they prove me wrong and we get a sack party start happening moving forward. Oh, God, they've got a freaking elf on the shelf on top of their stadium scoreboard. Good God, man. That's ridiculous. All right, second offensive possession for Bo Nix and the Broncos begins at their own 19-yard line. 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Marvin Mims goes in motion to the left side. Bootleg out left. Nix fires and passes a little bit behind Mims. Incomplete. He was open. Nix just missed him right there. Yeah, Nix was trying to hunt with the football. Not the easiest throw to make moving to his left, but that's wide ass open and just threw it well behind him. Trying to throw it off platform. Nix knows he had a miss right there. 2nd and 10. Troutman on the shift. 2 guys in the backfield. And Nix is going to keep it on the read option, and it's well defended. They force him out of bounds. Loss of 1. Not great. 3.5 left to play in the first quarter. 3rd down and long for the Broncos. Can they overcome this? Third down and 12. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that play call. Nix probably should have handed it off. Now he's in trouble. He's moving out to his left. Nix on the run, fires. Ooh, nearly intercepted. Oh, it might have been intercepted on the deflection. Uh-oh, Nick Bolton says he has that. That might have been intercepted on the deflection. We got to see. I think that's an interception, dude. So freaking Fulton breaks it up. He was looking for Humphrey. And that ball's inbounds. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pick. Damn it. That is a pick. One of those fluky, bouncy plays, man. Bo trying to make a play right there. Good play by Fulton. Even better play by Bolton. That's just good defense. It really is. They don't pick up the pressure. Alex Palczewski got beat right there. That was a really good play by Christian Fulton and a really good play by Nick Bolton as well. Yeah, he did. He really did. I mean, he was turned around and looking at Bo Nix. That's never a good sign.
Nothing at stake for Kansas City. They're playing a spoiler role. Pride.
Yeah, that's just one of those crappy turnovers, and KC with a gift at the Denver 35. Trying to run it down the right side there. Good tackle made by Ini Uwazurike. Gain of 2, Isaiah Pacheco.
Because of some of these injuries, they've had the third right tackle in Godric, and on the left side, the fourth left tackle in Poulet. So,
second down and 8, 2.5 to play in the first quarter.
Hard to get a push on the edge against this Denver defense.
Denver showing pressure with Jaquan McMillan. They back out of that and dump it underneath. Noah Gray. Good tackle right there by P.J. Locke, who had a rough game last week. We're looking for a bounce-back performance from him. Third down and 6. Still early, man. Still early.
You know, we're talking pregame. There are X's and add on this, put an X on this.
Third down and 6. Denver's showing all-out blitz here. See if they drop out of it. Looks like they're coming. Nope, they drop out. They bring 4. Oladokin flushed out, fires, and completes. Travis Kelce. Poor job keeping contained, man. Able to make that play on the run. First down. Terrible. Yep, poor job by Jonah Ellis, man. He didn't set the edge on that one. That's frustrating. That is frustrating as hell. You've got to set the edge. You can't let him out. First down and 10. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Fake it. Oladokin stepping up. He's going to run, and he's going to slide. Gain of 3. Might be the last play of the – oh, no, they got to run one more play for the first quarter. Second down play coming up. Oladokin sliding. He's mobile, and Barron – okay, no, nothing illegal about that. Yeah, they're doing a terrible job so far, and that's a big problem, a big one. Mobile quarterbacks have kind of been the kryptonite of the Broncos defense this year. Second and 6 under center. They're going to give it to Pacheco. Surging forward, picks up about half of it, gain of 3, and that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. Denver leading 3-0, but really ugly interception, and defense is starting to crumble. Not good. Not good whatsoever, Broncos country. We have yet another quarter where the Denver Broncos play down to their competition. This should be, quite frankly, 14-0 right now, and instead it's 3-0 with Kansas City knocking on the damn door. Really, really bad. They need to cage rush if he's going to run around. I know, and I've been saying that they need to do that really for the last couple of weeks, and they just haven't made that adjustment. It's so freaking infuriating. They are playing really bad football right now. It's fundamentally bad football. I hate it. I really do. And it's simple stuff. It's simple day one stuff. How has the defense regressed so bad after the bye? I mean, it started off with that Washington game where Cliff Kingsbury, who used to be Vance Joseph's boss in Arizona, kind of put out a blueprint on how to beat this Broncos defense. And it seems like teams are copying from that. And Vance Joseph is not making the adjustments. It's annoying me right now. Why doesn't Bo throw it away? He was trying to force it right there. Honestly, that was just a good defensive play by both Fulton and Bolton. But regardless, man, it's just frustrating that you're playing down to your competition. VJ's once again played like ass in December and January. They need to find someone else that's good all year. I mean, VJ's probably getting a head coaching job, so they're going to have a new defensive coordinator next year, pretty much regardless, and it's probably going to be Jim Leonard. We'll see if he can make these necessary adjustments because right now Vance Joseph isn't, and this defense is not playing well. Same thing last year. It's not excusable. Defense gets terrible at the end of the season. Yep, absolutely. Offense looks extremely mid. Yeah, so far the offense, I mean, they had the good opening drive, but it stalled out, and then you have a turnover on your second drive. That's not winning football. It definitely isn't winning football. VJ only wants to play zone defense. Teams are figuring out their defense, which I don't understand because VJ has historically been a man defense, and he's just not doing that right now. I don't freaking get it. I don't get it at all. PS2 not 100%. That's very possible as well. He's playing with that harness, that brace. So there definitely is something to that. Sean got too cute on that second drive. I don't think the play calling was terrible. The execution was really bad. On that read option play, Bo should have handed it off. Jones being hurt is a problem too. It's less noticeable tonight, I would say. PJ Locke has at least made a couple of positive plays out there, or a positive play. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Dom. I agree. Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We'll see, man. They're playing good ball right now. All right, 3rd down and 3. Can Denver get off the field in the red zone? 4-man rush again. Fires underneath. Kelsey, good tackle. That's 4th down. That's going to be short. Really good tackle. Locke was in there. Surtain was in there. Of course, Andy Reid is going to go for this. They've got nothing to lose whatsoever. Watch for some sort of sprint out play, some sort of option play. Get the quarterback on the perimeter. Be ready to keep contained, man. Keep freaking contained. Or watch out for Kareem Hunt up the middle. That's what Kansas City typically does in these situations. Noah Gray with a shift. It's Hunt up the gut. 1st down with ease. Down to the 6. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Did it freeze up? That's no good. It froze up. Let me know if the stream froze up for you guys. I'm checking on my phone right now. Yeah. Terrible, man. 1st down and goal. Rolling out right. Oladokin in trouble. Fires, throws it away. Good coverage by the Broncos defense. Jonah Ellis put the heat on. 2nd down and goal. Come on, defense. I'd say that's an understatement. They look well beyond shaky at this point. 2nd and goal. 13:36 left to play in the first half. This has been a fast-moving first half so far. Handoff. Pacheco cuts it back to the inside. Not much is there. Singleton was there. Iniuwazurike was also there. And now we got a 3rd down and goal. Last week, Denver's red zone defense was terrible. That's been a big strength of theirs all season long. Looking to get another stop here and force Kansas City to kick a field goal. Bo Nix sitting on the sideline. That interception was hella frustrating. Now we got a 3rd down and goal. From just outside the 5. Brashard Smith is in the backfield to the left of Oladokin, who drops back. Comes underneath Smith. Smith breaking tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Horrible, horrible tackling at the goal line by the Broncos. Alex Singleton with the miss. And Kansas City with the first touchdown, Brashard Smith. Terrible. Terrible defense, man. This defense is regressing right before our very eyes. It's horrible. The tackling has become a big problem. Singleton had him. Singleton had him, and he just broke through the tackle. That is on Alex 100%. Horrible, horrible, horrible execution on defense. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Yeah, I mean, Riley was there, but that was more on Singleton. He had the wrap up, and Smith just broke out of it. Horrible, horrible tackling. And there's a flag down after the extra point. Getting a little chippy down there. The officials are breaking it up. Inio Wazarike, Zach Allen, JFM. Basically, the entire interior defensive line was in there. Okay. All right, so JFM and Kingsley Suamataia, they offset. Too many, unfortunately. I mean, Singleton's a badass and a warrior for returning from his health situation, but doesn't take away from the fact that his play on the field has been frustrating a lot of times this season. Daniel says, Red Kingdom. Hey, man, you guys are playing well so far. Hats off. But Denver is playing down to their competition again. I mean, at this point, you have to move on from Alex Singleton. You just have to. Nathaniel, you're more than cool to talk crap, but don't spam multiple messages in the chat, please. Otherwise, you're going to get blocked. You're more than okay to talk all your crap that you want, but do not spam the same message multiple times. Please and thank you. It's crazy how bad these guys got after the bye. Again, man, it feels like Cliff King. All right, Nathaniel, you had your warning. You're done. I warned you, and you didn't listen. Again, you're okay to troll and talk crap, but spamming the same message multiple times over and over again is going to get you banned. But like I was saying, it feels like Cliff Kingsbury put out that blueprint on how to beat Vance Joseph's defense, and they just haven't made the necessary adjustments since. Hope they win today. Me too, but right now it's not looking very good. Bo needs to be a better decision maker. He should have handed it off and then thrown that interception away. Agreed. That's the next step in his development is the decision making, for sure. Fire Sean Payton, sure, so we can go right back to the losing days of Nathaniel Hackett. Right on. We'll get right on that. Hopefully they win today, for sure. Can't beat Kansas City. We're definitely one and done again this year. You got to make the adjustments, man, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And so far, they're just not doing it. Chiefs had a lot of their starters playing tonight. They're still extraordinarily beat up on both sides of the ball. I'm sorry, but Sean Payton has been the guy who has turned around the culture of this team. And if you want to fire him thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, you are going to get burned. I'm sorry. Anyone who thinks that the grass is going to be greener on the other side is just ridiculous. They're going to need to find somebody. Oh, Taylor Swift is in the house tonight. I think this is going to be Travis's final home game.
Take the lead.
Missed one little catch there by Travis. Right. Sure, some other opportunities.
Harrison Butker to kick off. 12:49 to play in the first half.
And today with a good run back to the 35 yards.
I thought this quote was interesting from Sean Payton. They're talking about Drew Brees and go quote. It's not Drew Brees. I'm calling a timeout. We're setting the play. He's going to go out and direct it. If it's Bo Nix, I'm not calling a timeout. I'm letting him just play ball.
I love that. I love that.
With Sean Payton, people want to compare Bo Nix to Drew for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but there's no reason to fire him after he has turned a dumpster fire of a team into a 12-win playoff team. That is fucking ridiculous.
Well, you would think it would be the opposite. You think that let the veteran.
First down and 10
just play.
from the 35-yard line. Little shift from Ingram. Nix pulls it down, dumps it into the flat to Ingram. Ingram turning upfield, and Evan Ingram close to the first down marker they're going to mark him a little bit short. Second down and short coming up. Hey, me too, Jordan. I'm hoping to see you guys in the playoffs as well. Yes, JK is coming back for the playoffs. Sean Payton has indicated that. I'm very confident in saying that. Second down and 2. I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Give it to the up man, Adam Prentice, and plowing forward. Good push by the line. First down, Broncos. So far, so good from Forsyth. He's led the way on some nice runs today, and that's what he does well.
Knowing what he needs to do and how to get guys going. Franklin says this from a unique perspective, considering they were college teams.
Nick's getting him up to the line. Officials hold it up since Denver subbed. 2 tight ends, Lewis and Troutman. Fake it. Nick's dumping it, and incomplete. Off the hands of R.J. Harvey. Just bobbled it. You got to catch that one, man. Probably wouldn't have gotten much yardage after the catch, but that's still one you should have caught. Second down and 10. Throw was a little bit off target, but still one that should have been caught. Brody says, go Broncos. Yeah, I agree. Third down, second down, short yard situations, for sure. Again, not a perfect throw, but one that should have been caught. You're not helping your quarterback at all right there. Harvey bouncing outside. Not much there, man. This running back has been feast or famine ever since J.K. Dobbins went down. R.J. Harvey is so inconsistent, still developing, still growing as a player. Oh, man, it's just frustrating losing J.K. Dobbins the way you did, man. Yeah, I'm with you, computer. I'm with you. And yet another third down and long-ish, third down and 8. You can pick this up here. Might be 4-down territory. Nix under pressure, steps up, fires, caught. Oh, no, come on, Court. He dropped it incomplete. 4th down and 8, and Denver's got a punt. That one's on Cortland. That is 100% on Cortland, man. Bo put that thing right on him. Great play by Bo. He could have run, but I don't care. Cortland's got to catch that. Come on, Court. He had it right in his hands. He's not happy with himself. He's got a face full of turf to boot, and now Jeremy Crawshaw's in to punt it away. So 2 drops on that drive. Gotta help your quarterback out, man. Seriously. There wasn't much more Bo could have done on that one. Fielded by Smith, squirting forward to about the 18. Good Lord, man. Was that a 100% accurate throw? No, it was not. But was that one that needed to be caught by Cortland Sutton? 100% yes. That's ridiculous. That was a good play on the run. Bo put it in a spot where his receiver could make a play, and Cortland let him down right there. Freaking ridiculous. I think those passes were in good spots. I mean, the Cortland one was good enough, man. It was where it should have been. You give him a chance to make a play right there, and he doesn't make the play. Oh, God. The one to Harvey, that one was a little more off target, but again, still one that should have been caught. The rule is, if it hits your hands, you need to catch it. Help your quarterback out, man. I think it goes beyond that at this point because we've seen this clunky execution basically all season long. It's so clunky. It is so clunky. I mean, Bo made the right play and the right decision there on that one. Cortland just needed to help him. Seriously. He could have run it for sure, but at the end of the day, he gave his receiver a more than adequate chance to make a play on the ball, and the receiver didn't make a play on the ball. Defense better shore up now or we are on the way to a very bad loss. For sure. You lose this game, man, you are not going to be the number 1 seed. And if you lose your next 2 games, you might not even have a home playoff game. There's a chance you'd have to go on the road and play as a wild card team. Ridiculous. You're playing down to your competition. You're executing poorly. Boat says he has bad ass stink. Oh, right now the Broncos also have bad ass stink. Oh, don't tell me we're getting started with this crap. Please don't tell me we're getting started with this. I mean, of course, if it were Bill, but we expect that from Bill. God, man, bad execution is just ridiculous. Me too, Meeks. Me too. And there are so many people out there that don't realize how good we have it. So, yeah, just really, really bad. First down and 10. Oh, missed tackle in the backfield! Isaiah Pacheco. Talanoa Hufanga came in, and he had some missed tackles last week. Another missed tackle again here. And that's been a problem against mobile quarterbacks all season long. This team can overcome the little misses early in the year, except the Colts and Chargers. Later in the season, it gets harder to overcome those little misses. Jacksonville didn't miss. Absolutely. God, man, the execution has been so bad. Bad tackling, turnovers, bad run game, drops. Checo. Oh, there you go. Nowhere to go. DJ Jones stuffs him in the backfield. That's a lot better. Second down and long. 9.5 to play in this first half. How about those Cowboys who are already eliminated from the playoffs? Are we seriously about to continue 2015 no wins at Arrowhead against a no-name backup because we can't tackle? I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to at this point. They can't tackle and they can't catch. Neither can Kansas City, though. Xavier Worthy with a drop on a bubble screen. Probably wasn't going anywhere either way. Third down and 10. I mean, if they lose 3 in a row, they brought it on themselves. Nobody to blame but themselves if they lose 3 in a row. And that's what I expect them to do. I expect them to get their stuff together. We got a third down and 10. This is a great opportunity. Nick Bonito lined up over the center. They bring him on a stunt, fires. That's going to be short. Pass is caught on the slant by Hollywood Brown, but good tight coverage. Having to dive low to get it. Riley Moss on the coverage. Fourth down. Let's see what Kansas City wants to do. They're going to punt. Good stop, defense. Good stop. That's what we needed. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. Then losing me, dodging my coworkers for weeks. Are you a Broncos fan in Kansas City or what? Here's a rise at a boot. Fair catch signal for. It's going to bounce. There's a flag down. It's going to bounce in the end zone for a touchback, but we'll have to check the flag. Chiefs are indicating it's on Denver. More often than not, they are on the return team. Yep. All right, so that's going to back them up to the 10. Not great field position for this upcoming drive. So you had a good opening drive that stalled out on you. You had a second drive where you had a turnover, and then a third drive where you had to punt the ball away. So Denver's got to come out and be a lot better in terms of their execution. Yeah, but it was a holding during the kick. I mean, they haven't sacked him, and they're not keeping contained. That's the frustrating part. Denver might need to just change their approach on how they want to defend this guy because what they're doing right now is not working. Sean Payton better bust out some better plays. At the end of the day, you just got to execute the plays that are being called. Denver's not executing the plays that are out there right now. In the pass game, in the run game, it's just been bad execution. It's got to be some wide receiver you can pick up in free agency like OBJ or something. I mean, OBJ is not going to help you right now. He's washed. At this point, Denver's just got to ride it out with what they have and hopefully make some changes in the offseason because this current core of weapons is not getting the job done. It's that simple. You'd think it's not that hard, Bronco fan, but clearly it is for Vance Joseph because they're not making the necessary adjustments. I know that Broncos fans don't like Riley Moss, but I can tell you that the team loves him and they're not going to replace him. According to sources inside the building, he is an entrenched starter that they're looking to extend. So, yeah, fans that want Riley Moss replaced, it's just not going to happen. Singleton is a different matter, though. He's somebody that I imagine is going to be gone after this year. They use McLaughlin this drive. They'll score a touchdown. We talked about it, man. We talked about it in the pregame and in the game preview yesterday. You've got to use Jaleel McLaughlin more. He's your most bursty, explosive running back, and I'd argue he's your most consistent running back right now. Necklace behavior? That's true, man. That's how they're playing. That's how they're playing. They're playing like they're Necklace. They really are. The Riley Moss hate is truly getting old. Hey, Riley hasn't been great these past couple of weeks. Even I, as a staunch Riley defender, will say that. But he's not getting replaced. He's not getting benched. It's ridiculous. Nick's rolling right. Nick's fires. Nick's completes. Cortland Sutton gain of 4 along the sideline.
So the Broncos, you're looking at 2 original.
Not playing awful, but certainly hasn't been great. The turnover was terrible. Also, got to pull it down or got to hand it off there on that read option play, but just got to get settled down, man. Huff can't tackle either. I mean, he's inconsistent. When he tackles, he usually will make these big explosive plays, but as probably this Niners fan knows, he'll get over-aggressive with his pursuit angles and he'll whiff. Here's Jaleel trying to exploit a little crease. Gets a couple yards out of it. 3rd down and manageable coming up. 7.5 to play in this second quarter.
What are they doing? They win a Super Bowl 3 years later.
3rd down and short. Just being these 3rd down and manageables, man. 182 and 108 record as a regular season head coach for Sean Payton. 3rd down and 3. Powers is in at left guard. Fires, caught, 1st down. Slant route, Cortland Sutton. There we go. Let's get back on schedule here, offense. Let's go. He could have run on that last 3rd down for sure, but Cortland Sutton needed to make the catch on that throw. I don't hate the decision to throw right there as opposed to run. I don't want my quarterback taking a hit in the backfield or hitting the open field, but I would much rather Cortland Sutton make the play and help my quarterback out there. Nix. Rolling right, nothing downfield. He's going to throw it away.
I don't think any of us can say enough about what we're seeing from these Chiefs defense. I mean, they're playing inspired. They got a quarterback.
I mean, I think part of the reason we don't see enough of them is because Pat Bryant's been injured these last few weeks. He's been arguably your best player as a slant catcher. Me too, Rodney. Me too. All right, 2nd and 10.
They're not going to play for it. All these years they won a Super Bowl. They're playing hard. 2-touchdown underdog.
Knicks under center. Troy Franklin goes in motion to the right side. Play action. Knicks setting up a screen to Harvey, blocking in front, and Harvey surging forward for modest gain. Third down and medium coming up.
Good job trying to bait that 5-man rush. Unfortunately, none of the offensive linemen were able to get out.
No one was open, Tommy, so he threw it away.
To the defense, flying to the football.
Third down and 6. Crowd at Arrowhead's getting loud.
It's a 7-16 going 62 yards. 5.5 to go.
Knicks rolling. Knicks resetting. Knicks is going to run for it. There we go. So we wanted Knicks to take off last time. He took off that time. Picks up the first down. So that was one of those plays where they try to roll him out to reset his throwing platform. They're playing man coverage. Well covered everybody downfield. So Knicks sees an opening, takes it, first down, good stuff. Very good stuff right there. First down and 10. Knicks, quick throw underneath. Sit route Franklin. Call it a gain of 3. Shamari Connor on the tackle for Kansas City. Second down. Play calling, again, I'll say, has been fine. It's just been the execution that's been garbage. Like, the people criticizing the play calling, tell me what plays you would call to exploit certain defensive looks. What plays would you replace these plays with? Why are you calling these plays? What matchups are you trying to get when you call these plays? So on and so forth. Oh, there you go. Just a little screen of Mims. First down. That's good stuff. Little perimeter play, blocking in front for Marvin. Now we're back on schedule. Such a good weekend of football. Everybody said that this weekend of football was going to suck because of the quarterback play. I'd argue that all these games have been really, really good. Obviously, you want Denver to play better in this one, but it's a nice, tight, competitive ball game. Champ says, get the run game going. Oh, offside. Someone came across the line. Were they drawn off? Who moved first? False start. Powers. We need more Bo improvised running. Sometimes you want his internal clock. You want it to be a little bit slower than it is. And I think that would lead to more of those scramble type plays.
It looks to me like the defense moves in with.
That's a bad call, man. Nobody moved on the Denver side. That's bull. So once again, bad officiating. Nix wanted to go downfield. It's not there. So there is another rushing play for Bo Nix. Good job just taking off right there. Didn't like what he had downfield. They were trying to dial up a shot play. Nix just takes off. Gets 9 of it back. So second down and 6. So there we go. Everybody looking for Bo's legs. There it was right there. 2:52 and counting here in the half. So we're moving really, really fast. Just a reminder that we will be going at halftime intermission. So use the restroom, take a bong rip, anything that you guys need to do during halftime, that is the time to do it. We're going to run a draw here. It's Jaleel. And Jaleel, a little shift and burst. Call it a gain of 5, third down and 1. So there's Jaleel. Dom loves it, and I love it too. Playing KC, you should understand you have to beat the refs too. You would think with Patrick Mahomes not being on the field, that would negate that, right? Looks like Denver's going to take this to the 2-minute warning. Oh, I 100% in. 100% indeed in. All right, so 3rd down and 2. Denver is down by 4, but they are driving. Jacksonville will lose to the Texans. Well, Jacksonville plays the Colts this week, and the Texans play the Chargers. That game's going to be on Saturday, so I'm going to go ahead and stream that here on Broncos Syndicate. If Denver comes out and wins this game, and if the Chargers lose to the Texans, then Denver will win the AFC West. Nice. I'm going to go do it during halftime. That's not something I can do on camera, unfortunately. But right when I step out of the closet here for halftime, that is when I will be doing that. I agree, man. The Texans are a true dangerous team. I don't think anybody wants to see them in the playoffs. I had time to run another play before the warning. Instead, do nothing with our thumbs. I mean, I understand the frustration, maybe wanting a little bit more urgency there, but at the end of the day, you don't want Kansas City to get the ball back either. So you want to be able to milk this clock down. Jags have been building for 4 or 5 years what Denver's been building for 2. I'd say Denver's been building this for about 3 years, but I get your point. I do. Jacksonville, they've had some of the pieces of their foundation in place for a little bit longer. So, for sure. Playing down to a bad team, yep, not good. Got to make the adjustments, man. Got to come out in this second half firing. Got to score on this possession. Kansas City does get the ball to start the second half. You do not want to give the ball back to them before halftime and then have them have a chance to double up. Houston's offense isn't there. They struggled with the Raiders, which gives me pause. I think they just had a down week. CJ's been playing some good football. Their offense has been playing overall sound football. I know that people want to put their offensive coordinator on a spit and roast him, but overall, Houston hasn't been terrible. They just need to iron out some of the kinks, kind of like Denver's offense. There's the halftime crew: Tony Gonzalez, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Chris Thompson, Andrew Whitworth, Richard Sherman. Denver's a dangerous team and a matchup for a lot of teams, or a bad matchup for a lot of teams. I mean, if they play their best football, they are, but if they play like this, they're playing like a one-and-done team. 3rd down and 2. McLaughlin and Harvey are both on the field together, and they're going to give it to McLaughlin. Jaleel with a burst. Oh, man, touchdown-saving tackle by Ashton Jalati, but that'll take that inside the Chiefs 25 to the 24. Let the clock tick down here. I don't want Kansas City to get it back before halftime, so let it tick or make Andy Reid call a timeout. They're up there. They are up there. I don't know what the exact statistic is, but they're up towards the top. Minute 25 and counting in the half. Bo pumping. Bo fires over the middle. Oh, nice throw. Turkey hole shot. Adam Troutman sliding catch. Good throw by Nix. Good job making that catch, but great ball placement. Oop, juggled catch right there, but no doubt that's a completion. Yeah, Jared Goff. Woof. Not good, man. I will say that Lions offensive line is a joke. So that didn't help things, but Jared Goff was bad. Nick stepping up in the pocket. Ooh, deflected off the hands of Sutton. Almost a pick for Christian Fulton. Would have been the 2nd pick of the day. Woof.
See here, he threw to Troutman. He just threw to the crosser here to Sutton. This would be one. Does a good job sitting in the pocket. Just take Sutton.
Come on, Corn!
That was a 95.
I understand that's a hard pass, but off his fucking hands again. Help your quarterback out, man. 2 bad drops by Sutton today. Good Lord, Cortland. 2nd down and 10. Fake it. Bo. Run. Throws it away. Oh, back of the end zone. Cortland had it, but it was not in bounds. 3rd down and 10. You gotta catch that, though, Cortland. Seriously, right off his freaking hands. I understand that was a fastball, but you've got to catch it, dude. Everybody talked about John Elway's fastball and how they had to hit the jugs machines to get used to it. 3rd down and 10. Another 8-minute drive, just like their opening drive. Oh, it looked like Casey jumped offside right there. No call. Nix fires, end zone call. Oh, go! Portland! Brother! He got hit, but again, he has it. He freaking has it, dude. That's a touchdown. 3rd. Oh, it's right in his hands. Cortland, dude. 3 drops by Cortland Sutton today. Dude, come on. Come on. Help your quarterback out. I'm sorry. If anybody wants to blame Bo Nix for this shit. What are you doing, Cortland? Come on. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. 3 freaking drops by Cortland Sutton. 3 drops. That is so bad, man. 2 drops on that drive. Honestly, I don't even think this is really coaching. It's just bad execution. I mean, does Andy Reid go out there, run routes, and catch? I don't think so. Come on, man. Horrible execution, drops, missed tackles. Just bad, fundamentally bad football, dude. Good Lord. You've got to clean this up. You don't clean this up, you're going 1 and done. Some super glue, some stickum, something, man. Change your gloves. He's got to put on new gloves at this point because these are not helping him out. You got to get some more tacky gloves. Yep, missed tackles, drops, piss poor run game. Just all bad, man. All of it is bad. This should be a really strong lead for the Broncos right now, and it's just not. It's all going to the NFL script. Well, you know what? Fuck that. You should be able to go out there and take it away from them. Just like the Super Bowl last year. Of course, they wanted the Chiefs to three-peat, the NFL did. But the Eagles said, no, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to go take it away from them. And you know what? Denver's just not doing that. They're playing down to their competition. I don't want to hear crap about script or officiating or any of that garbage. This is strictly Denver playing bad football. This is all on them. Terrible. It's just terrible. So much for don't let them hang around. Yep, and it's 100% on the team, man. They are taking a dump in their helmets right now. Oh, I need to change the scoreboard, guys. Bear with me. I imagine Andy Reid's going to be pretty conservative here because they do get the ball back coming out of halftime.
Kansas City.
Okay, so you got to go into that freaking locker room and regroup, man. You've got to get this crap figured out. There's 19 seconds left. God, you've got to regroup, man. You got to figure out your tackling fundamentals. You got to execute better offensively. Got to run the ball better. There's just so much you've got to do better. Yeah, they're going to run the ball. That's going to take us to halftime. All right, guys. So we are going to go to halftime intermission. But before we do, I am going to go ahead and reset the connection here. So the stream's going to drop for just about 30 seconds, but we will be back in just a second, guys. So bear with me, and we'll be back to start halftime intermission. I'm going to do that right now. All right, as promised, we are back, and we are going to halftime. I will see you guys on the other side. Okay, Broncos country, we are back after a really piss-poor first half of football by the Denver Broncos as they trail the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to say the number, but ridiculous, man. Offensively, bad execution in the run game. Bo Nix with a turnover, and on the plays where Bo Nix was dotting up his receivers, they weren't catching the ball. Cortland Sutton, 3 horrible, inexcusable drops. On defense, missed tackles, blown coverages, freaking bad assignments, horrible communication, just all kinds of bad Broncos country. It was a masterclass of playing down to your competition. You've got to clean this stuff up and fast. Kansas City is about to get the ball here to start this second half, and you got to clean up your defensive issues. That is problem number 1, and you've got to start catching the damn ball on offense. Just really, really bad football. Bo Nix did have a bad turnover, but he has not been horrible in this game. He's made some nice plays, and he's been let down multiple times by his receivers. Or just change their gloves, something, anything. All right, kickoff. Goes to Brashard Smith. Let's see. Bad pursuit angle. And he returns it to the 37-yard line. Devon Key was the guy who took a bad angle on that one.
Obviously, they're trying to take the seconds out of the clock. So we're seeing a lot of their run game. We got to rush this guy the right way. And then offensively, we're getting a lot of soft zone. We've got to do a better. I've got to do a better job of getting our run game going. So,
yep. Well, you got to do a better job, sure, Sean. But at the end of the day, the people carrying the ball, Harvey, need to do a better job as well. Handoff, trying to bounce it outside. There's nothing there, but grinding for a couple of yards is Isaiah Pacheco. Singleton and Wazarike were there to stop him. Second down, and we'll call it 7.
We talked in the first half a lot about how surprisingly Spags sitting back.
Denver's winning the time of possession battle. They're just not finishing drives. They've had 2 long drives that they've had to settle for field goals on. Second down and 7 from the 40-yard line. Denver showing tight coverage here. Dropping Cooper into coverage. Poor contain. Oladokin dropped the ball, though. Now he picks it up, throws, and completes. You're kidding me, dude. So he dropped the ball, picked it up, and able to find Juju Smith-Schuster downfield for a freaking completion. It all starts with Nick Benito not keeping contain on the edge. They didn't set the edge at all. Benito's looking around like this. But that's just a terrible job keeping contain and letting him out of the pocket. You can't do that, man. You just can't do that. This defense is playing like absolute garbage right now. You cannot let him out of the pocket. First down and 10. Take it. Firing deep. And there's going to be a flag. Pat Surtain on Xavier Worthy. The ball went over everybody's head, but it's still going to be pass interference. And there's your first back-breaking penalty of the game. God, man, they are playing like garbage right now. Yep. It's a good call, man. He got beat and just had to grab him. So that's the third Denver penalty, and of course, Kansas City, no penalties on the day.
27-yard penalty, the third in the league in terms of most penalties.
Oh, man. Take it. Oladokin being chased. Oladokin in trouble, and Oladokin is sacked, finally. Back at the 31-yard line. Jonah Ellis. See, I thought so too. I really did. But still, man, can't have it happen.
Joseph on that defense.
They're not saying anything for the playoffs. They're just not playing well.
Thinks he's got an open receiver on the flat, but he does it. Of course, tries to create
Missed tackles, blown assignments, penalties. This is a masterclass in sloppy ass football, man. 2nd and 19. Pressure coming. Oh man, quarterback hit. Zach Allen. Pass incomplete behind Hollywood Brown. 3rd down and 19.
That's exactly what Patrick Mahomes did not want to see. A sack by him.
Oh, fuck off. Nobody cares about Patrick Mahomes.
Behind the sticks, which is the entire goal tonight for the guys making his first.
I mean, the worst part is they're not keeping contained, man. They're not keeping him in the pocket. They're letting him escape the pocket, and that's when he's making his best plays. 3rd down and 19 from the 31. Denver bringing some pressure. Dumps it underneath to Smith-Schuster. Good tackle. Jonah Ellis making a couple nice plays on that drive. So that will bring up 4th down. Good stuff, Jonah. Good stuff. And that'll trot out Harrison Butker to extend this to a 4-point lead for Kansas City. Wide right has been just that this year, and there is some wind here in Kansas City. This is going to be a 53-yard attempt. It's what they should do, Nick, but they're not. And it's frustrating as hell. From the right hash. Wide right's kick is good. And Kansas City will extend their lead by 3 points. So Denver holds them to another field goal, but still, man, just sloppy defense. Broncos broncoing it. They are. They really are. They are shooting themselves in the foot. Bolt's going to win in the division. We'll see about that, man. I expect Denver to pull out this game in the end, and you guys still have to go beat Houston. But right now, Denver is playing down to their competition. Yeah, the refs haven't helped, but Denver is playing terrible right now. That's not an excuse. Clearly, that isn't what VJ wants to do. I don't understand it. I really, really don't. Second half offense step up. They're going to have to because clearly the defense can't get stops, man. They can't get them to punt. So they're just going to keep kicking field goals at this point. You know, it just freaking sucks. Broncos need to get their head out of their ass. They do. They really, really do. No, I don't think the wind has anything to do with it. They're just executing really sloppily, and especially on defense. Missed assignments, poor tackling, miscommunications, etc., etc. Offensively, they're not running the football well. I actually saw a stat at halftime. Denver's got the highest run stuff rate in the NFL on offense over the course of these last several weeks. So they are getting way too many runs bottled up at the line of scrimmage because of inconsistent vision by RJ Harvey. Raiders winning the division next year. We'll see about that one, bud. Saucon shouted you out on his channel. Right on. That's awesome. Remember when Denver needed to win one game to win the division, lost 3 in a row, the Chargers stole a division? I don't remember that. What year was that? Yeah, VJ, it's tough, man, but also the execution has just been absolute garbo. Jets should be decent next year with all those picks. They've got to figure out the quarterback position first and foremost. And historically, they have not been able to do that. Broncos don't get any respect because they lay eggs on national TV games. It's understandable, man. You got to come out in this second half and establish dominance. At least you held them to a field goal in that last defensive possession, but here you've got to get a touchdown offensively. Oh, it's a beyond serious problem at this point. It's something that desperately needs to be corrected. If we keep playing like this, we're going to go one and done in the playoffs. Yep, for sure. I mean, the play calling is what it is at this point. The execution, I will keep emphasizing, has been garbage. I mean, the Eagles have a lot of soul searching in their own right that they have to do, so I don't know about that. 2008, okay, there you go. That would have been Shanny's last year, right? Yeah, that would have been. Oh, I'm all for that at this point. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Nix hands it off. It's Harvey and nothing there. Oh, able to bounce off the contact. Good job. Turns that into a gain of 5. So one thing about RJ Harvey, he is good at bouncing away from tackles. Looked like he was dead to rights in the backfield right there. But that time he was able to search for it for a gain of 5. So those are the positives with Harvey. Still really bad vision on that play. He had a hole that he didn't take. 2nd and 5. Franklin in motion to the left. Fires. Quick throw. Complete. 1st down. Cortland Sutton. Will sit route. Finds the soft spot in the zone coverage. That's right. I remember now. Ugh, God. I don't know, man. It just depends on how they finish the season. I'm okay with having less primetime games because they play their worst football on prime time. Honestly, that's one of those ones where I don't know if it's correctable at all, quite frankly. Hopefully it is. Jaleel. It's more of an instinct and a feel thing, like Jaleel on this run. Just able to find a little crease, work between his blockers. That was a nice run by Jaleel right there. Picked up about 6 on it. I mean, at this point, I think you have to consider it, right? Because whenever Jaleel's on the field, good stuff tends to happen. They squirt forward and actually get positivity in the run game, and now we're right back to RJ Harvey. I formation. 2nd and 4. Give it to him. And that time he probably should have bounced it outside. Nothing there up front. No gain on the play. Dude, I cannot, man. We need J.K. Dobbins back so bad. Exactly. Exactly, Dom. Harvey's trying to rely on his physical skills, and unfortunately, those can only take you so far at the NFL level. You've got to understand the game from a mental perspective, and right now, it's clearly doesn't. Nix fires over the middle. Good ball. Into Kansas City territory. That is Adam Troutman over the middle. Good strike from Nix. I mean, at some point, Sean will see the light because he's never been afraid to move on from bad draft picks. You look at his history in New Orleans, man, he will recognize that he screwed up. And quite frankly, he did early on in the season because J.K. Dobbins was the number 1 back for this team. He just got hurt. Got to get it off. They do with 2 seconds. Nix had her lane to run. Instead, threw it. It was behind Ingram, but Ingram bobbled and caught it. However, there's a flag down. Is this going to be offensive pass interference?
Next up on the mic.
Pass interference. Offensive no one.
Damn it. Ingram doesn't like the call, but
I don't know if he really see what kind of push he has here on ball.
does he push up? Oh, that's a bad call! Oh, that is a bad call! Yo! Oh, that is a bad call, dude. He didn't extend. He didn't push. You want offensive pass interference? Go look at the Britton Strange touchdown in the Jacksonville game. That's offensive pass interference that they didn't call. They're going to call that garbage? Are you serious? Dude. First down and 20. Fires. Oh! What a throw and catch. Cortland Sutton hitting the turkey hole. Oh, that was a gorgeous throw and catch, man. They're in too high. Safety can't get over in time and just hit that little honey hole, turkey hole, whatever you want to call it, between the corner and the safety. Christian Fulton and Brian Cook. That is fantastic. Ball don't lie, baby. First down. I formation. Harvey is in the backfield again. They toss it outside, and Harvey is blown up. Bad block by Adam Troutman. That was Jaden Hicks, I believe it was, on the tackle. Make it Noel Williams. Second down and long. Yeah, that's a horrible blocking attempt by Troutman. My biggest issue with him is his bad blocking. Second and 15. Got to make the block. If you make that block, that's probably a big gain. Fake. Nix. Fires. Just checks it underneath to Harvey. Can he make a move? He can. He can break a tackle. And R.J. Harvey is close to the first down. Third down and manageable. Good stuff, man. That's where R.J. Harvey shines. That's where he's special. With the ball in open space, just get it to him. Let him break tackles. This is where R.J. Harvey shines. Do more of this, man. He's more of a scat back than he is a three down back. We were talking about that earlier. Keep using Harvey as a weapon out of the backfield. Generally, good things happen. Third down and 2. Empty backfield for Nix, who fires and completes it to Franklin. Throw is behind again. Nix has been a little off target today, but that one did move the chains. First down, good catch. They got to cash in and get a touchdown on this drive. I do like that Denver is going on these long drives. They just got to cash in and finish them.
But the ball gets out accurately right before he gets hit, and Franklin holds on to that. A little wobbling, but he held on.
Yep. So here we got this drive approaching 7 minutes. We've had 2 drives over 8 minutes. Another really nice, long, methodical drive here. Jaleel, shake and bake. Nice tackle right there. Could have exploded for more yards, but a good defensive play by 99. But we need to see more Jaleel. He is your best runner right now without J.K. Dobbins. I understand that Jaleel's limited and it's kind of a tell whenever he's on the field, but you've got to get him going. He is your best runner. Yeah, the all whites are clean 2 times. Fake it to Jaleel. Roll. Nick's looking. Nick should keep it. I don't like that pump there, man. He should have been more decisive trying to run that. That's something Nick needs to get better at, in my opinion. He had a rushing lane and probably could have picked up the first down with his legs. Instead, he did this little pump fake crap and ran out of bounds. The defense closed in on him. I would have just ran for the first down right there. Yeah, exactly, Dom. He could have got more out of that than he did. He could have picked up the first down. Third down and 5. Bo. Drifting. Tipped. Oh, no, it's still caught. Troy Franklin coming back to the ball. Brian Cook wanted another offensive pass interference. They don't call it. Refs are going to call that a little bit short. I imagine Denver's going to get up and run a quarterback sneak or something. It's going to be 4th down and a half yard.
To the 5-yard line. You know, you always want to see a receiver run the range.
Yeah, that is a bit of a questionable spot there. But kind of like Kirk Herbstreit's pointing out here, that could have been a better route by Franklin, making sure he was past the sticks. Sean doesn't like it. He's going to challenge that. Or he's just going to call a timeout. Okay. The Broncos are the kings of burning early timeouts, man.
The ball brings it back, goes down right here. So hard to win these challenges. I mean, unless it's really obvious. Looks like
I guess they were hoping replay assist would take a look at it. Still a bad route by Franklin. No, that looks right at the sticks. That should be a 1st down. That should be a 1st.
Continues until he gets touched there. Meanwhile, Denver had to take a timeout.
I don't know, man. That looked like a 1st down to me. Well, you don't challenge it now. They were hoping replay assist would take care of it. That's a bad job by the officials. That is a really bad job. And that's a bad job by New York not buzzing down and correcting that. That's bad. That is really bad. So now it's 4th and inches. 8:49 is how much time you've taken off on this drive. I mean, Denver's gone on these long, methodical drives. And Kansas City's clogging gaps up front. Nix is going to sneak and get it. Riding the left side of the line, doing that little ready, set, hut 1, hut 2, hut 3 cadence. And it worked. 1st down.
Everybody pinching in the A gap. Everybody squeezing. So Bo Nix present gets a really good look at that. And instead of trying to
You missed it, Duval. I was praising your team earlier.
Kansas City Chiefs pinching.
Hope we wear this defense down sooner than later. I mean, these long drives will do that eventually. Now you got to cash in. It's 1st down and goal. Denver's dominated the time of possession 2-1. They just haven't freaking cashed in. Nick's calling out Mike 32. Change the mic to 23. Nix. He should run. He will. Nix is in. Touchdown, Denver. Bo Nix on the scramble. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You should go for 2 here, I think. Make this a 4-point game. 9-minute, 47-second drive. 12 plays. And finally, Denver finds pay dirt. Great run by Nix. He is in. Touchdown. And they're going to kick the extra point with Lutz. Nick get a 3-point game. Lutz's kick is good. All right, let's go, baby. Good drive. That is exactly what we needed. First drive coming out of halftime for Denver. They take a bunch of time off the clock. Almost 9 minutes of time taken off the clock right there, and they cash in with a touchdown. I mean, I understand wanting to go for 2 right there. I probably would have, but if you don't, then Kansas City can kick a field goal. If you don't get it, Kansas City can kick the field goal and they can take the lead back. So I understand the thought process. That way, they've got to score a touchdown to take the lead back. But a turnover sure would be nice right about now. Forcing a punt would be cool, but a turnover would be epic right about now. This is the perfect time, man. You just got the lead back. A scoop and score, a pick 6. That would be sweet. Be able to separate yourself in this one, and finally you can start playing more dominant football. Need more Knicks-designed run plays. I understand Sean doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to expose Bo to unnecessary hits. Bo does a nice job of making these off-schedule plays, but I definitely can see the argument for wanting more runs out of him, for sure. A big defensive play will invigorate this team. Exactly. This is the perfect time for it. Everyone remember the ref crew is Vinovich's, who has an all-time hatred for Sean Payton. So you do always have to keep that in mind for sure. Just win the game. I don't care how ugly it looks. I want them to just continue to clean up their mistakes. Hopefully we can have a good possession here defensively, some nice tackles, a turnover, a sack, something to really flip the momentum of this game. Exactly, and I think that's what Sean Payton prefers, to be honest. Yes, we do need Phillip Rivers to beat the Jags. We're also going to need Philadelphia to beat Buffalo, and then we're going to need the Jets to beat the Patriots. That's assuming Denver is able to hold on and win this game. If all of that happens, then Denver will be the number 1 seed. I'm confident in 2 of those 3. I'm not very confident in the Patriots-Jets game. Which is more sustainable long term? I want Bo to be a pocket passer and use his legs more as a weapon as opposed to a crutch. Well, now's the time to pin your ears back and start bringing the house. This is the perfect time to get aggressive. And Travis Kelce. We've talked about this. This could be his last game at Arrowhead.
I'm 6'3". Watch your family go to
In the Jags game, they attack McMillan and Moss. Those two need to play better. We already know Singleton can't cover very good. He's a tackling machine, but when they put a running back or elite tight end on him, prayers, yeah, for sure. I was at the last game, Lord Biscuit, the last Broncos game. I was at the game against Jacksonville.
So it's the final home game of the season. Taylor Swift is here. Will she be back here next year? It all depends on what her band decides to do.
I mean, I like competing against Travis, so I'd like to see him back for one more year, to be honest. All right, give it an end around to Xavier Worthy. Pat Surtain says, not today. Pops him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He's a defensive player of the year.
Chargers losing the Texans. We win the division. If we can hold on to this game, yes. If we win, we could get the number 1 seed. We can, but again, that scenario would involve the Jets having to beat the Patriots. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yes, that was a good tackle. Had a good pursuit angle, stayed square, didn't get his hips flipped. That was a good job. 2nd down and 9. Oh, that's offside. Nick Bonito flying in. He had a free shot to the quarterback, so they blew it dead. Too many penalties, man. Shooting yourself in the foot, just trying to get an advantage on that snap count. Watch the ball, man. Don't listen to the quarterback. Watch the ball. So 2nd and 4.
The only time they've been able to score is with a short field that they've been able to work with.
They're going to give it to Hunt. Nothing there. Good stuff up front. Iniuwazurike was there. He's been fantastic as a run defender this year. Yeah, Parsons is out for the season. He tore his ACL in Denver. Exactly. Earmuffs. Do not listen to the quarterback at all. Watch the ball. 3rd down and 4.
3rd down 4. 18, 17, took it down into the 4.
All right, good job not jumping off right there. Swing out to Smith. Good tackle in the open field. PJ Locke. Good stuff, baby. And that's the last play of the third quarter. PJ Locke has played a lot better today. Obviously, we don't have the all-22. I'll watch that immediately after this game's over because Amazon does do that. But PJ has looked a lot better in this game just off the initial eye test and broadcast footage test. Yeah, this game is flying, man. Wasn't our last stream a really quick game too, the Raiders game? Yeah, it was. I remember that game also flew quick. I think this one's going even quicker than that. Oh, not quarter 3, quarter 4. Get it right, dum-dum. Boom, shakalaka. He's playing a lot better today. He is playing a lot better. And that's what he's a lot better at, Dom. He is a lot better at that. This one might be under 3 hours, too, at the rate it's going. Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Drake May. I'm going to call it what it is. He's an elite franchise quarterback. But the Patriots don't have playoff experience. That's the one thing that might get them. Now we need another clock-eating drive. Absolutely. Denver has had multiple long, sustained drives in this one. They are dominating the time of possession. Finally, they finished the drive off with a touchdown. Hopefully they can do that again. Honestly, Steve, yes. And let me tell you why. We're going to get J.K. Dobbins back for the playoffs, and that should solve at least 70% of our run game woes. Dom, I shall not be giving any compliments whatsoever to Josh McSnake Oil, so you can have at it all you want. I am not going to give him any love. I'm going to give all the love to Drake May. Clock-eating drive with Jaleel, not Harvey, unless he's a pass catcher, for sure. Give him those balls in open space. Let him shake a couple of tackles, but if you're going to run it up the gut, Jaleel's your best bet there. He'll find the creases. It is impressive. Again, I cannot bring myself to compliment Josh McSnake Oil. I just can't. Josh McSnake Oil, Josh McTrash, Josh McDouchebag. There is so many that we could go on for him.
They're moving over across state lines.
Yep, Chiefs leaving Missouri for Kansas. So in the span of 10 years, Missouri's lost both of their NFL teams. And that's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They almost saved it right there. And we just went to a long commercial to go back to commercial break. Gotta love that, man. Just gotta love it. Josh McDaniels thought he was at the interview to go take a huge dump like he did for the Colts interview. I only say that because people want to credit Peyton for Bo's play, but only credit May when it comes to the Patriots offense. That's fair. That is 100% fair. You've got to give equal credit where it's due. Both quarterbacks have been awesome, and both play callers have been awesome. I hate Josh McDaniels. I cannot stand him. Got a lot of Seahawks fans in the house. Yes, the Chiefs are moving. They are moving from Kansas City, Missouri to outside of Kansas City, Kansas. Other side of the state line, and locals will tell you it's like moving across the country. Yes, the Bears are also potentially moving. They're looking at a suburb in the same county as Chicago. If they can't do that, they might move to the Chicago suburbs in northwestern Indiana. That'd be crazy. The Rams, Cairo, the St. Louis Rams. Actually, they've lost 3 football teams in their statehood because the St. Louis Cardinals were also a thing, and they moved to Phoenix. Agreed, Steve. Agreed. Because, like it or not, Bo Nix has playoff experience. Drake May doesn't. A lot more trolls today. Jesus Christ. You do, Dom. You definitely do. And some of those assets were from the Russell Wilson trade, so that also makes it a little bit tough to really be able to pull for the Seahawks. But John Schneider has done a fantastic job, and moving on from Pete Carroll the time that they did looks like a fantastic move. All right, let's go offense. Got a little breather right there.
Later in the 26.
I agree, Crumble. He has been solid. Seen him maul a couple of guys in the run game. Really good stuff.
3 Super Bowls together. Yeah, it was terrific. And Nicolas Cage for the play.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage playing John Madden. That's an interesting one to say the least. Yep, you sure did, Boss Hog. I will own that all day. First down and 10. Swing it over on a bubble screen. It's Mimsy. Has some blocking ahead from Troutman, and he's able to pick up 6. This point in time, Denver just wants to stay in bounds, keep the clock running. I mean, they've already rebuilt that stadium once. They literally tore down the old stadium and built a new one inside the guts of the old one. I don't think they can do that again. Plus, they don't even own Soldier Field. The city of Chicago does, and apparently the city doesn't really want to work with the team. Knicks fires, looking deep. Yo! Yo! Come on, man! That should have been PI. Come on, brother. How is that not a flag? The entire Broncos sideline was wanting a flag there. That's bull. That is absolute bull. Broncos number 1 seed probability. With a win, it's 62%. With a loss, it's 7%. Seriously, that is garbage, man. That should have been a flag. Knicks fires and completes. They make up for it. Ball don't lie. Michael Bandy, first down Broncos. Keep it in bounds and keep the clock running. Yeah, pretty much, Dom. Ball don't lie. Generally, most of these cities don't want to pay for it. Especially with these rich billionaire owners. That's why the Broncos stadium is going to be entirely privately funded. And quite frankly, it should be. The billionaires should be paying for their own shit. Hand off to Harvey. Bounces to the outside again, man. Missed a hole. Gain of just a couple. Swear to God, man, we need to keep feeding Jaleel. RJ has 9 carries for 15 freaking yards. Yes, Lord, the Broncos are getting a new stadium in 2031, same year as the Chiefs. And this stadium is going to actually be in Denver proper. So we're not leaving our city like the Chiefs are. 2nd and 7. Jaleel trying to find a crease, able to spin and squirt for a gain of a couple. 3rd and 5. Chiefs wanted a hold on that one. They didn't get it. It's going to have a retractable roof, which I don't like. I would rather have it be an open-air outdoor stadium. This whole notion of trying to move inside is not good, in my opinion. I would much rather be an outdoor football team. Football's meant to be played outdoors in the elements. And if they've got a retractable roof, they're going to close it on snowy games and stuff like that. which I hate. 3rd down and 4.
What's that ball?
Oh, Denver might have got away with a delay of game. They don't call it. Nick's in trouble and he's sacked. Chris Jones. I mean, they were down to 2 right there. I probably would have called one, to be honest. Now Denver's got a punt. Mike McGlinchey got absolutely smoked right there. Bo just had to hit the deck. All right, let's get a big booming punt, Grawshaw. High snap. Grawshaw fields it. Line drive. Big kick. Backs him up to the 10. Smith circling. Smith, down the sideline. Rashard Smith to the 44 of Kansas City. Or of Denver. Fuck. Horrible special teams, bad tackling, bad pursuit angles. Adam Troutman and Jordan Turner both ended up on their bellies. Gross. Absolutely gross, man. So Mike McGlinchey gets beat and they give up a sack, and then we have a massive return on the punt because we can't tackle to save our lives. Brother, this Broncos team cannot get out of their own way. And now Kansas City has more than ideal field position. Are we really talking about this? Are we seriously talking about this again? People who want Sean Payton gone, with all due respect, want us to go back to the Nathaniel Hackett era, because that's what's going to happen if we fire an elite head coach who has taken a dumpster fire of a football team to a 12-win playoff team. Come on, man. What are we doing? Not calling a timeout really cost us field position. Hindsight's 20/20 there. I can understand why they didn't want to do it because they only had 2, but it's just tough. No, they got plenty of starters in there. Obviously, they got a 3rd-string quarterback, and they've got some backups in the secondary on the offensive line, but they do have starters in there. Defensive line, most of their starting linebackers are in there. They do still have 3 starters on the offensive line, so they do have starters in there. Exactly. We're 12-3. For God's sake, man. We couldn't get to 12 wins to save our lives. Now, getting rid of Rizzy, that is something I would be for, because the special teams has been absolutely garbage. Broncos week schedule, you can only play the teams that are in front of you, man. Crazy the narrative shift. People are still hating on Bo, but early in the season, people wanted to say Bo would cost us playoffs. Now, he seems to be the only part of the team who's still operating. Yep. They're showing us a diagram of Patrick Mahomes' knee injury, ACL and LCL. Rodney says about to be 12-4. We'll see, man. Hopefully we can have a nice stand here defensively and get the ball back to our offense. All right, 1st and 10 from the Denver 45. Pulling it down is Oladokin. He's in trouble. Breaks away from a sack, and Oladokin on the run completes it. Juju Smith-Schuster. That's close to a 1st down, and they're letting Oladokin make way too many off-schedule plays.
He told us, don't make a bad play worse. And he starts to scramble, which is a strength.
I mean, you had him dead to rights right there, and Tillman cannot make the tackle. No contain. None.
Real live reps in 4 years makes that play in the 4th quarter down 3.
2nd and 1 from the 36. It's Hunt. And Kareem Hunt tumbling forward, first down to the 31. Tackling's bad. Communication's bad in the secondary. Offensively, we can't finish drives. Drops, penalties. It's just been all bad, man.
It's been a practice squad quarterback for 4 years out here trying to pull.
I mean, Denver's dominated the time of possession, and they're still only up by 3. Dude, to Hunt, gain of 1. Malcolm Roach was there. Kansas City already in position to tie it with Harrison Butker. Yeah, Hunt gave a little slow. He's a little gimpy.
Their opportunities have come again from an
Honestly, should be up by more than that.
Plus territory and a touchdown. Pass interference.
Oh, I'm going to laugh if that happens.
Huge return.
I'm going to laugh so hard if that's what happens. That or not, man. Second and 9.
Second and 9.
Showing pressure. PJ Locke's coming. Trying to step a screen. That's batted and incomplete. Nick Benito was there to slam and deny that. Almost like a Dikembe Mutombo block.
He's so sudden, so quick. And this time just does a good job of just getting his arms up. He's not even sacks tonight. He's doing a good job when he has the opportunity. He's batting it down. He's had 3 straight.
12.5 sacks for Benito. He has quieted down a ton these past few weeks. Looked like he was going to be pushing 20 sacks at the beginning of the season, but between the double teams and stuff like that, he's pulled down a ton. Oladokin sets up a little slant screen with blocking in front. And going nowhere. Good tackle on Rashard Smith by Malcolm Roach. 4th down, and Kansas City is going to send out wide right to try to tie this game.
And really the play that put Butker here in for the shot to tie this game up. He got 47-yard attempt.
47 yards, 4 wide right. From the left hash, where he typically has trouble. Kick is up and right down the pipe. We are tied at 13 apiece. All right, can we get another long sustained drive on offense, and can we finish with a touchdown? Find out on the other side of this commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to reset my connection, so stream will drop for just about 30 seconds, and then we'll be back, guys. Got to reset my mobile hotspot. We're going to do that right now. Boom, we are back. Bo's gotten better while the rest of the squad has regressed a bit. For sure, that is a very accurate assessment. Where did the time go? Yeah, seriously, this has been a fast-moving game. Denver's had some long drives, 3 long drives that have pissed away a lot of clock. Really should be ahead by at least 2 scores here. It's ridiculous. I think long drive with Jaleel, Harvey, hope Sean will understand that, but I doubt it. I mean, you just got to piss away more clock at this point and come away with more than just a field goal. Playing like we don't want it. I mean, the defense is at least holding them to field goals, so it could be worse, but you still got to play better, man. Pats can get wiped by any team in the AFC besides maybe the Steelers. I don't know, man. I wonder if their lack of playoff experience is going to come back to bite them, but you've got to give them credit where it's due. They're playing some great football. Spags is going to bring it this drive, have to block so Bo can make a play, and the receivers have to catch the ball. We just might lose this game. We might, man. We might. Gotta have a true FU drive right here, man. We expected KC to roll over and give us this game, but they've had a good game plan and they're playing complimentary football. We have to earn this one the hard way. Yep. Hats off to Kansas City, man. They're showing fight. They're showing the willpower that I really wanted Denver to come in and show. Unfortunately, Denver just taking a BB gun and popping themselves in the foot. It's true. They don't as of right now. They really don't. But the crazy part is if they win these next 2 games, they're going to get it. We just don't look prepared. Starters aren't making plays, offense and defense. Yep. I mean, sure, but that's on the Broncos to say, no, screw that. We're going to go and take this game by force. And they just haven't done that. They haven't played like they're hungry. They need to show that fight, that hunger, that drive that they showed early in the season.
Of course not. Of course. I mean, I don't care.
And as Maverick points out, it is a Thursday night game, which are almost always garbage. You'll have your exceptions like last week, but typically teams that are on a short week and don't have a week's worth of rest, they're not going to play a good product.
The Chiefs championship his father, Lamar, was the founder of the American Football League, came over the Dallas Texans, moved them here after 3 seasons.
1st and 10. Mims goes in motion. Fake the end around. Nick's looking deep. He just checks it down to Ingram. And Ingram tumbling forward, call it a gain of 6 to the 41-yard line. I mean, at this point, I'd like to think both defenses are exhausted given the way that Denver's possessed the ball. We're down to inside of 8 minutes, guys. 7:40 left to play in a tied football game, 13 apiece. Got to take off as much time as you can. Kansas City showing blitz here. And they're going to run into it with Harvey. And Harvey, God, man, I thought he had more than he did right there. Stand him up about a yard short.
17 seasons.
Give him forward progress. So 3rd down and 1. 7:04 and counting. Frank Crum checks in as an extra offensive lineman. 73 is eligible. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it, Broncos country. It's because he doesn't hit the right hole. His vision is terrible. Toss it. Perimeter play on 3rd and 1. Harvey's got it. He's got it and more. He heard my criticism, and R.J. Harvey slithering forward into Kansas City territory. Nice run by Harvey to about the 45. So Harvey heard my criticism, slithered through a tiny hole right there. Really good job. Good block by Ben Powers.
There's Harvey. Low center gravity, only 5'8", but 205 pounds.
1st down and 10. Harvey's now at 11 carries for 29 yards. This run game is just not it, man. 1st and 10. Firing, back shoulder, incomplete. Flag. Come on. Christian Fulton in coverage. Let's see. They didn't really show a replay of the last one. All right, that one's pretty good. Yeah, he's got his head turned. He's in position. They're kind of hand fighting right there. That one's not bad. I can live with that one. But as Don points out, if it were Riley Moss, they would call that. That is true. 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Nick's looking right. 2 wide. 2 wide for little Jordan Humphrey. 3rd down and 10. Clock stopped at 5:52. Got to imagine Steve Spagnuolo is coming with pressure here. You're not in field goal range at this point. Yeah, but that one was way too wide. 3rd down and 10. Pressure is coming. Nix hangs in, fires. Complete over the middle. Little Jordan Humphrey. They go back to him. And Humphrey inside the 30. 1st down. Nix helps up Chris Jones. 5.5 to play in the game. Good throw by Nix. Great job standing in the pocket and delivering a strike over the middle. Good stuff, man. 73 checks in. Frank Crum. Indeed, good sportsmanship. 5, 4, 3, 2. Handoff. Harvey. Sporting 4. That's probably his best inside run of the day. Call it a gain of 7. You get 6. 2nd and 4. Oh, Nick Bolton's down. He's down on a knee. That'd be a big loss for Kansas City. All right, so we're going to commercial break. 4:50 left to play. And they check on Nick Bolton. Hope he's okay. So Denver's running the ball well on this drive, taking time off the clock. Bo Nix has made a couple of nice throws, especially that last throw. Fired over the middle, delivered an absolute strike. Steve Spagnuolo brought pressure. Bo Nix handled it really, really well. I did, Lord, I did. I got some weed, some good weed, and I got a $100 gift certificate to the NFL team store. So I'm going to get some new loot for back behind here. Let me know, guys, what would you like to see me buy off the NFL team store? I've got $100 to blow. These referees have a bounty on us. Either that or they've got money in Vegas on us. No, I am not that much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, shit. Glow sign? Possibly. This sign does glow. I just need to hook it up and plug it in. It's annoying how we can't get chunk plays. I agree. You would like to see more explosive chunk plays, especially on offense, man. I'm more of an indica guy, personally. But I don't really shop off that. I more shop of like the terp profile and stuff like that. I love my weeds with like myrcene and beta-carotene and stuff like that. Also like pinene, that's another good terpene. Yeah, that'd be nice, Bronco fan. I'm a little worried they're going to get him back in Indianapolis, but I would love to get Alec Pierce here. That would definitely be my number one target in free agency. 2nd down and 4. From the 22-yard line. Denver in field goal range, but they're looking for more. They give it to Harvey, and he's got another 1st down. We'll take it. Too much eggnog.
Limitations that Kansas City has on offense with their 3rd string quarterback out there.
4:20, nice, and counting left in this game. If I had to cut somebody on the Broncos, who would I cut? Probably Troy Franklin or Alex Singleton, actually. That'd be my final answer, Alex Singleton. I respect the hell out of him. He's a warrior. He's a badass, but Denver really needs to upgrade at the linebacker position, so I would say him. Oh, Denver had to call timeout. Oh, Nix is pissed. Sean didn't get the call in a timely manner, and Nix is pissed. No, I wouldn't cut Harvey. He's a young player, and he can still get better. And there is a lot of good stuff to Harvey's game. Troutman's another good answer. Honestly, that's towards the top for me as well. Ingram's also up there. Denver needs to completely reset their tight end room this offseason. Like, completely reset it. As far as I'm concerned, the only guy who should come back is Nate Atkins. Seriously, what is with all the trolls tonight? Fuck me. It's like they're just some complete randos that are popping in here. I don't know where they're even coming from. First down and 10 from the 17.5. Screen. Mims. Terrible block by Humphrey. Poorly blocked, man. That had no chance from the jump.
He's just doing homework. His eyes right now are already getting outside leverage against Humphrey.
Yep.
He
knew that was coming.
He anticipated a quick throw coming. He knew his job was to get up there.
Good anticipation. They've clearly been watching film. So maybe Denver needs to start running their screens out of different formations to stop telling right there. Because clearly they knew that one was coming. Humphrey could have made a better block, but they knew that was coming. Nix rolling left. Nix should run. He will run. And Nix tiptoeing, and he's brought down by Bolton, who's back in the game. Good job by Nix staying in bounds to keep the clock running. Yeah, that one was a little too cutesy. I would agree. Not the greatest time for a screen, and clearly they knew based on the formation that's what was getting run on that one. So you've got to maybe start running your screens out of a different formation. All right, big third down. Third down and 5. The day is in. Nix fires over the middle, completes it to Ingram, but he's going to be short. A little bit more than a yard short. What do you do? I think they're going to take it down to the 2-minute warning to start. I think about going for this. You're going to take this down to the 2-minute warning right here for sure. Oh, man. I think you go for it. I really do. Because if you get the first down, then you can force Kansas City to start popping their timeouts. You want them to get the ball back with the least amount of time possible and with no timeouts. You don't have Patrick Mahomes to come back and save you this time. Toasty says kick. FL says kick. Dom says kick. I mean, I can understand taking the points. I definitely can, but then you're giving the ball back to Kansas City and they've got an opportunity. So, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like the consensus opinion from Broncos country on Twitter is to kick it. Maybe you get up, try draw them off sides, use a hard count, see if you can get a cheap one, take the delay of game, and then kick it. I think that might be a realistic option here. So they'll probably line up, show that they're going to go for it, just try to draw them off sides, see if you can get a cheap one. You really have to have a play you love. I imagine Sean's got one that he's been saving for this situation. And it's got to be some sort of play that gets Bo on the move to the perimeter. Kind of like what you're alluding to there, Dom. You trust your defense, you kick that ball. I don't know. Do they trust their defense right now? I don't know if I do. I mean, if it were Patrick Mahomes in there, you kind of have to go for it. But since they don't have a viable option at quarterback, I don't know, man. This is why I'm glad I'm not paid millions of dollars to make these decisions, man. All right, so according to Zach Stevens, they're lining up to go for it. We'll see if my theory's correct and they try to draw them off sides or if they're actually going for it. This is definitely an earmuff situation for Kansas City, and given the way that they're coached, I can't imagine they're going to jump off sides and give you a freebie here. They're going. They're lining up to go here. Offense is on the field. You've got to think this is just going to be a hard count, right? You have to think this is a hard count. And they blow it dead. Okay, now we're good. Yes. Yeah, I think they're just going to try to draw them offside. Oh, they're going Wildcat. What the hell? Oh, I think they got him. I think they got him.
Here comes the call from Vinovich.
I think they got him. I think they got him. Yeah, they got him. Let's go. Chris Jones offside. The Wildcat worked. They weren't snapping that ball. That was just a hard count from Harvey. Let's go. They got him. Let's go, baby. They were not snapping that ball. Sean Payton with the little wrinkle. They did the Wildcat formation, and Harvey was just stomping his foot, pretending to call for the ball. Let's go, baby. That was a great job by Sean Payton. Excellent play call. The Chiefs jumped off sides and gave Denver a free first down. First and goal from the 4. It's Harvey squirting, and Harvey is down at the 1. Got to give it back to him here, right? Andy Reid's calling timeout. His first. Yeah, first flag on KC, and that was pretty blatant. All right. Going to commercial break again. Because this game's gone so quickly, you've got to get your commercials in at the end here. They haven't hit their quota for them yet today. Great play, not letting them reset. Yep. Man, that was a great job by Sean Payton. This is why you want Sean Payton as the coach. Absolutely. That is a big FU to everybody who wants Sean Payton canned. Right there. That is why Sean Payton is a great coach. That was fantastic. And that was smart, man. They knew that they weren't going to go for it right there. So get into that Wildcat formation and see if you catch KC off balance, and they did. You can keep Kelsey off the field for maybe his last game at home. Yup. Well, clearly you're a Chiefs fan right there, Light, so. And also, got to give credit to Quinn Miners right there, because if he didn't move to draw attention to it, then that wouldn't have been a flag. So that was also a great job by Quinn Miners selling the call. No, I think you just kick the extra point here. No use in doing anything stupid. Indeed, Wisconsin Whitewater legend. He might be, Cairo. He might be. Absolutely, and that's a good thing. He's got a lot of room to grow and get better. That is a good thing. All right, let's see if we can seal this game here. I don't think they're on for 2. That wouldn't be a wise decision. And if they don't make it, Kansas City can win it on a touchdown and an extra point. Second down and goal. Frank Crum is in. Kansas City is down to 2 timeouts. Denver's got 1.
It's still a minute 30. You're giving Kansas City the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
Being down 3. I think you punch it in, regardless of time. Don't play games.
Oh, interesting formation here. You got Prentice and Harvey in the backfield. Now Harvey shifts. I think it's going to Prentice. It is. And he is stuffed. He is not in. So you're going to make Kansas City pop another timeout here. Their second. Prentice just short.
See Jones in there trying to make up for that offside. You see him going underneath.
Yeah, not much push up front by the offensive line. Third down and goal. I have to imagine they're going to give it right back to Prentice or maybe go quarterback sneak. You've got 2 downs here to pick. Well, no, you don't. You don't have 2 downs. You got 1 down to pick this up. Then you're kicking the field goal. Make Kansas City use that last timeout. So this should be a run play. You'd win weekend. Third and goal. Rolling. Nix. I don't like that play call. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown. RJ Harvey. Oh, man. That was scary, dude. I did not like that play call. It worked. Thankfully, it worked. Another long drive for Denver, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Ooh, man, I did not like that call. Ooh, I would have run the ball right there, dude, because if you throw that incomplete. All right, I'll take it. Good job by Harvey uncovering. Did his toe tap out of bounds? No, it did not. Excellent. 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 All right, they're going extra point. Will Lutz, that is the smart decision. Kick is good. Yeah, I did not like that play call at all, but it worked. Thank God. That was clutch. That was definitely clutch. Hope VJ steps up and doesn't play coverage and prevent. We'll see, man. I think this is the time where you blitz. And like I said, we haven't hit our commercial quota. Looks like this game is going to go over 3 hours, but that's because they have to do all these commercials at the end. Yeah, great communication. Exactly. Please don't play prevent and give up 50 yards in 10 seconds. This is the time where you need to blitz, man. You have to. Let's change the scoreboard real quick here. Been a really frustrating game, but you got a chance to get out of here with a win. I just got to find a reliable supplier, honestly. That's kind of the one thing that's holding me back from selling merch right now. You left too much time on the clock. You're going to have to come out and play aggressive on defense, man. You didn't really have the ability to milk more clock there. Best you could do is get Kansas City to pop timeouts, which they did with 2 of them. Yeah, he has escaped a lot of sacks. He's made some nice plays with his legs, referring to Oladokin. I think they'd go for 2, right? They've got nothing to lose. Pot kills brain cells, just say no. Okay, Reefer Madness. Yeah, I have to imagine that they'd consider going for 2 if they make the touchdown, but you can't let that happen. Time to let the defense close this thing out the right way. I hope not, Rodney, considering they're coming back home, and they've only lost 1 game at home this year and 1 game at home since week 6 of last season. So keep PS2 on Kelsey this drive. Defense locked in for this stop. Let's go. All right, Will Lutz to kick off.
And that seems to be what
And they're going to kick it out of bounds or kick it over back in the end zone for a touchback, bringing it out to the 35.
They've not been able to do anything.
Kelsey with just 2 catches for 13 yards in what could very well be the last game at Arrowhead in his career. Oh, I'll lose my mind too. I think we all will. You cannot get grabby at the top of your routes, man. Stay disciplined on defense. At this point, that's what KC's going to probably go for. Set up a screen to Kelsey. And he tumbles forward for about 5 yards where Alex Singleton, I believe, was made the tackle. You hurry him up. 2nd down and 6. Odokin checks it down. It's Kelsey again. 2nd catch on this drive. And they stop him a yard short of the line to gain. 3rd down and 1. And Andy Reid will take his final timeout. That's the last one for Kansas City. They sit at 6-9 right now. They've already clinched a losing season. Denver trying to hand them a loss here and have them clinch a double-digit losing season.
Can you imagine putting together that invite list for the wedding? With all of the guys she's played with and the friends and the families and her friends. I mean, who's going to make the cut? I don't know. Everybody's going to tell her. Well, sit down and make that list.
I have to imagine, man, this is it for Travis, based on the way he's been talking. Here we go, 3rd down and 1.
Second to twice. Who's starting? Who starts? 3rd and 1. Casey out of timeouts.
Odokin under center. Give it to Kareem Hunt. He's got it with ease. 1st down and more. Kareem Hunt into Denver territory. Down to the 42. Clock keeps running. This isn't good. Uh-oh. Talanoa Hufanga is down. Uh-oh. And that's going to be the final timeout for Denver since it's an injury inside of 2 minutes. But the big concern here is with Hufanga.
Both teams out of TOs.
Good job there by Hunt on that play because Denver expecting everything to just kind of work to the middle. The play was designed into the middle, but he did a good job of bouncing outside of Juju Smith-Schuster to get some big yards.
Minute 3 left.
3 to go, out of timeouts. You got to believe Kelsey will be here.
Both teams are now out of timeouts. Hufanga looks like he's holding his arm. He's walking off, but we'll have to see about that. So Denver is now without both of their starting safeties on this play.
From the 42.
Working a hard count is Odokin.
Stops in the slot.
Denver's not biting. Odokin, clean pocket, steps up, fires, and completes to Kelsey. Down to the 28-yard line, tackle made by Barron.
believe in this team. He's making plays like that.
45 seconds and counting. They quick snap. Oladokin, they do not keep contained once again. And Chris Oladokin able to escape to the 21-yard line where he's brought down by Nick Benito. This defense is completely crapping the bed. And they spike it. 25 seconds. Denver's bending. Hopefully they don't break. 3rd down and 3. Kansas City needs a touchdown. There's 25 seconds left. They're bending. Hopefully they don't break.
This rookie up against a 36-year-old veteran.
You got Barron on Kelsey right there, one-on-one. And Kelsey makes him pay.
We're all keeping an eye on Kelsey. He's off to the left. We're thinking about a 2-point conversion. Potential.
3, 2, 1. That's a delay of game. They don't have any timeouts. That's a delay of game. Let's go. All right, that's a mistake by Kansas City. Clearly in this game, they just feel like their best game plan is to drop back and play coverage, which I completely disagree with. 3rd down and 8. Pressure's coming that time. They back out now. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. No flag. No flag. 4th down and 8. Pat Surtain with the coverage. If that were Riley Moss, they probably would have called the flag. All right, one play. One play.
3rd and 8, just beyond the outside.
One play, one stop for the win. Oladokin working the hard count. No timeouts for either team. 4-man rush with the spy. Fires, end zone, incomplete. No flags. The Denver Broncos are going to get out of here with a win. They win at Arrowhead for the first time since 2015. Frustrating game, obviously a lot to break down. But at the end of the day, what matters is Denver picks up their 13th win on the season. We're 13-3. I don't care how it happened. We will take it, Broncos country. We will take it. We complete the sweep of the Kansas City Chiefs for the first time since 2014. We will take it, baby. I am never going to apologize for a win in the NFL. Surtain on Kelsey. Great coverage. No PI or anything like that. Last time we swept the Chiefs was 2014. Nicks to a knee, and that's it. The best formation in football. Woo-hoo! I will take it, baby. I don't care how ugly or sloppy it was. Merry Christmas, everybody. We will see you on the post-game show. We will go live for that in just a couple of minutes here. Going to go and take a celebratory bong rip. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. If you want to go above and beyond supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. The link is in the description below if you want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping us out and helping the channel grow. Merry Christmas once again. See you on the post game. I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.